Thank you, Member for Burleigh. I call the member for Ipswich.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Queensland was privileged to open 8 new state schools this year. 2 of those 8 schools, Ripley Valley State Primary School and Ripley Valley State Secondary College, are in Ipswich. Ripley Valley is one of the fastest growing areas in Queensland, with thousands of young families moving in each year. To meet this growth, the Palaszczuk government invested $95 million to build these 2 new state schools in the area. I'm pleased to see that many of my constituents in Ripley now have the opportunity to send their kids to quality state schools close to home. I had the opportunity to visit Ripley Valley State Secondary College at its foundation parade late last month. It was a fabulous experience to join the school's foundation students in celebrating the launch of their new school and seeing the students receive their foundation badges. It was a wonderful ceremony, including an address by the new principal, a presentation of flags to the school, a traditional smoking ceremony as part of the Welcome to Country, and a signing of a school diary that will be put into a time capsule to be buried on school grounds. Deputy Speaker, I'd like to acknowledge and thank the 2 foundation principals of the new Ripley Valley schools, Brendan Kruger, the principal of Ripley Valley State Secondary College, and Naomi Meerwald, principal of Ripley Valley State School. As foundation principals, they have a formidable task ahead of them. They will be instrumental in shaping the school's future, its culture, its values and community. I wish them well in the days and years ahead, and I trust that their drive and passion for education will create a thriving learning environment for Ripley students. Deputy Speaker, the Palaszczuk government is standing up for education in Queensland and putting kids first. We're delivering funding to upgrade facilities at older schools, and we're building new schools in areas where they're needed most. For example, in the past 2 years, Bremer State High School in my electorate has received $7.2 million to build 12 new classrooms and received $190,000 to upgrade its junior oval. In November last year, the Palaszczuk government fast-tracked $50 million to fund air conditioning for schools outside the cooler school zone. As a result of this funding, 3 schools in my electorate have now had air conditioning installed, and a further 5 schools have had contracts awarded to install air conditioning. The Palaszczuk government is building new schools and upgrading facilities in older schools because, quite simply, Queensland kids are worth it. But, Deputy Speaker, while the Palaszczuk government opens new schools, the LNP government closed schools. While the Palaszczuk government has this year employed more than 1,000 new teachers, the LNP government cut teachers' numbers after selling off schools. Deputy Speaker, I believe the Palaszczuk government's proven track record on investing in education will mean we can look forward to more schools being built in Ipswich over the next decade. I can assure you that while Labor is in government, Queensland schools will be in safe hands.
Thank you, member for Ipswich. I call the member for Hinchinbrook.
Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker.